Right, so hopefully you're aware of who's coming down with us today, but we'll do a split session with Gregor. For live use, player-wise, it will be Magnus Allendale. Magnus, as you've seen, as a change. And then under embargo will be Sam Johnson, WP now, and Darcy. Darcy, as you've seen, is a change. So just hand you over to myself to Gregor, and we'll get underway.
Gregor, we'll get to the team in a moment, but I just wanted to ask you, the guys that have come in this week, a lot of people have been quite down after what happened against Ireland. Has it been as challenging a week as you've had in coaching, just to bring everyone back up again?
Yeah, I think you always get a sense of negativity after a defeat, after a performance that you don't play anywhere near your best, but there's also a sense of can't wait for the next game. And for some of the players, they were waiting for selection. Those that have got the opportunity to be in that 23, the weight was training again, and then the weight was playing, and that's what we're building it towards.
Sorry, Gregor, just one thing. The camera's taking the audio, so we're not using it for translation. We're using the microphone.
Use the microphone.
Please.
Sorry.
There's been a lot of criticism aimed at you and the guys. What's been your attitude towards it? Has it been to try and shield the guys from it as much as possible, or use it as a bit of fuel to go out and right some wrongs this week?
You would have to ask them. There, obviously, if there is criticism there, they would see it if they want to see it. But what's important is what happens in our meeting rooms, what happens in the training field, and how we improve. We missed that opportunity last week to play well, to start with a very good performance after all the hard work that had gone in from the players. So that's what we've been working this week to producing.
Talk us through your team selection. You put a lot of faith in a lot of your experienced guys for the opener. A lot of those same guys have now been left out. What was your thinking with some of those big calls?
Well, we obviously looked at every position. We looked at the performance of the team, units within the team, and the players that have either been playing really well, that came off the bench at the weekend, or players like Magnus and Jamie who weren't involved at the weekend. And that goes into a mix of how do we beat Samoa? How do we play our best rugby, and how do we beat the opponent ahead of us? So players get another opportunity. I think 10 out of the 15 get to go again. 5 players get the first opportunity to start in the World Cup.
You said in your notes with the team announcement that the knockout stage effectively start for you with the predicament you're in now. I mean, does that raise the tension levels? Is that a concern that the guys are going to have pressure on their shoulders to overcome as well?
I hope so. That's a reality, and if we'd won, obviously we didn't win, it would have been a similar situation. There would have been a bit of comfort in knowing that you've got points in the board, but the teams we're playing, Samoa and Japan, in the next few weeks have won their opening games, so we need to beat them. Now if we don't win all of our next 3 games, we won't make the quarterfinals. So the players are aware of that, but I'm sure they would enter every game with the belief and the determination to win anyway.
There's a lot of senior players have obviously gone. John Barkley gone completely. Tommy Seymour gone completely. Why do you think that is a gamble, or is it a reaction to the lack of energy that you spoke about in the team?
It's what we believe is right this week. We could have made less changes. We could have made more changes. We felt, in terms of the back row, the combination we're looking for this week included Magnus, who's a traditional carrier. We lost that with Hamish, who's a strong carrier for us. Blade has played very well for us. He hasn't played 18 minutes yet, but he's shown in training, and he showed last week that he's capable of playing that 80 minutes. And Jamie would have been in the mix for last week's game. He's been an outstandingly consistent player for us over the last 12 months. So they deserve to get an opportunity this week.
The players got a point to prove on Monday?
Yeah, point to prove, improve, all of that. We have responsibility when we're involved with the national team to give our best. The players are aware that you may not get another opportunity. Hamish Watson and Ali Price aren't going to play another game in the World Cup. for those that haven't been selected in 23 this week, they've given that opportunity, or someone else has got that opportunity now to perform. So we point to prove yet, but we have a big performance we have to give, and we have to give against Russia and Japan, and let's see where that takes us.
Is that what happened to Ali and Hamish? Is that something you've pointed out to players this week, that look, they've waited 4 years for this chance to come around? It's gone to them after one game. If you're not playing well, these chances are going to come even scarcer to get the other guys.
Yes, and you point these things out, but the players are aware of that as well. They know that they can't let this week slip by like we did last week.
You made wholesale changes to the back row there. How much is that simply bulking it up for Samoa, and how much is that a reaction to losing the collision battle last week?
Yeah, a bit of both. We know that Samoa present different challenges than Ireland. I suppose Ireland are such a good team that they present a physical challenge, they present a kicking challenge. They're very clinical when they get opportunities. We probably thought that game was going to be much tighter. The weather would have dictated more of the game than it did. It was just the second half that the weather was a big factor, and we felt last week that experience would have been really important for us. This week we see the physical challenge that Samoa bring is one we've not only got to match, but we've got to better. We have to ride their big tackles. We have to make sure that we work them very hard in the set piece, and work their forwards hard in the face play as well.
How much have you done on defence this week? Because obviously only got something like 19 tries the last 3 games against Samoa, but it's been a very leaky defence.
Yeah, we've worked very hard in defence, and we've worked hard in defence right from the start of the World Cup camp. But this week, whatever day it was, 2 days ago, in my mind it's a Tuesday, but it's probably a Thursday. It was our big defensive day, and we know that the last 2 occasions we played Samoa, they've scored more than 30 points. So it shows how dangerous they are as an attacking team, but also that we must defend better than those two performances.
We're getting Darcy in today. Can you talk how positives of Darcy, what he brings to the side, and what you're looking for him against Samoa?
Well, every time he's played for Scotland, whether it's off the bench or starting, he has taken the game to the opposition. Not every performance has been perfect, and there's things that he can work on as a young player, but he's someone that goes at the opposition with ball in hand. He calls for ball, he gets on ball a lot. He defensively is very aggressive, and he's a learner. So he's taken each game that he's played for Scotland and at his club and got better. And there's a real buzz of energy when he gets in a buzz of excitement when he gets in the ball, when Stuart Hall gets in the ball. So it's a great combination to have there in the back three alongside Sean Maitland.
Just a quick one. We haven't changed the embargo yet. I was going to say we haven't changed the embargo yet, but given that Darcy's going to be an embargo player, does it make sense to do it from there, or is there more to come from live? That's been fine.
Yeah.
Gregor, there's been some criticism of the referees. So far in the tournament, there's been obviously a couple of small players are going to be suspended for the game on Monday. How content are you that your players are going to get protection from the referees?
Well, we hope they apply the laws, and we'll wait and see. The criticism from the referees came from World Rugby too after the opening weekend, so I think everyone's aware that the standards have to be better, and if officials are missing what turn out to be red cards later, then yeah, everybody makes mistakes, but those mistakes have to reduce to protect the players on the field.
You've gone from a very experienced back row last week to a very inexperienced back row at this level. This week, was that a big call for you to kind of change everything in the back row?
Well, one of the changes is obviously enforced in Hamish Watson, so there's 2 changes there. We have an experienced front 5, so the front 5 are aware that they're getting another opportunity to play, and the balance of the changes we've made in the back row and what we believe will give us that carrying, that line-out presence, and obviously the enforced change at open side. Having that experience in front of them and just behind them at half-back should work out well.
John Barkley didn't train today on the pitch, so that's nothing to do with his non-selection.
No, he was doing some extras after training a couple of days ago, so he just had a tight groin. But we expect him to be back training within 2 or 3 days at the latest.
Okay, it was about 10 p.m. now.